Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Andrea Franklin, who's the CEO of Barbados Tourism and Marketing Incorporated. And we are at the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association's 42nd annual conference. And this is the second time we're meeting. I met her when she was so new in the job at Sea Trade, and she was great then and she was great now at a press conference. We're going to talk about Barbados year to date, projections into the future, what travel advisors need to know to help them sell. And this is Insider Travel Report. Andrea, have you recovered from the press conference? It was a lot of information.
And trying to get through it in a limited time, but yes, I have recovered.
Okay, so we're going to give a light dive, and then we'll give them some call to action, Dan, so they could really get in deeper. But just in general, let's talk about the recovery. 94% of the I shouldn't tell. It's your job.
So Barbados has recovered well since COVID, and when we look at the base year of 2018, we're about 94% recovery since then. And we continue to see the growth trajectory into 2024, and our forward bookings are also looking positive. Right now, based on our forward bookings up to June of this year, we're about 36% up in terms of bookings coming into the destination.
For you to sustain those numbers and to grow, you got to have airlift, which you are working on.
Definitely. So the airlift has been a major part of our growth strategy, and we have intentionally gone after trying to increase the airlift out of our existing gateways in particular. So out of the U.S. market, going into the winter of 2024, we have about 60,000 additional seats coming into the destination. We also have been working hard in terms of...
I told you we were at a conference. All right, go ahead.
Out of the UK market, which continues to be our number one market to the destination, we are also seeing some additional lift with British Airways. So there will now be, for the first time, we have double dailies with them for week daily from winter of 2024, and they're also increasing the capacity in the first class cabin for us. So we're moving from 8 seats in first to 16, and this speaks to the type of the client that we are seeing in Barbados and the demand for first class and the demand for that level of product that the destination has to offer. So, and then in Latin America and the Caribbean, we've been working with Copa. So Copa Airlines has moved from 3 flights a week to 4 flights weekly, and we are constantly working with them and trying to push that market along and to hopefully get to daily eventually. But we've seen the growth in the Latin American market, certainly. So 2023 over 2022, we've had almost a 78% growth in that market, and that's largely due to the increased airlift and the marketing that we are doing to bring awareness to the destination.
So domestically, what airlines are supporting Barbados?
So out of the North American market, so we have United Airlines, first of all. In 2023, September, they launched a year-round service to Barbados on both Newark International and Dallas International Airport. And in November, we had JetBlue. Yes, we've had JetBlue out of New York, but JetBlue, sorry.
Sorry again.
And then in November of 2023 as well, JetBlue introduced a twice weekly flight from Boston Logan. And we know that JetBlue has been flying to the destination out of New York, but this addition has also been going well for us. And there will now be introducing a second daily flight out of JFK as well. A lot of the growth in the U.S. market is coming really as well from American Airlines. We expect to see them doubling their gateways from the U.S. to Barbados as we move into winter 2024. So in November of this year, we will see them launch a daily non-stop service from JFK to Barbados. American operated this route a few years ago, and then they have stopped it. So we are happy to see them recommence the JFK service into the island. And then we also have them introducing a Saturday-only service from Philadelphia. And then, of course, we have our partners with Delta coming back into the destination out of the Atlanta market in time for winter 2024.
So now our travel advisors are booking cruises, and cruises are starting to come back.
Yes, so this year, for the first time since we've reopened since the pandemic, we have summer cruising back. So we will have roughly 24 calls this summer, Royal Caribbean being the major line coming into the destination. And then, and then we have Celebrity with Celebrity, and then we have Virgin and Mystic doing a few calls with us this summer as well. So that's something that we are definitely welcoming.
So you're projecting a 6% increase in cruise?
Yes, we are projecting that for our 2024-25 season based on the business that we are already seeing coming in.
So now they go on a cruise and they say, I want to come back and just go to a hotel and stay. What's new in the hotel world? We got the Wyndham?
Yes, definitely. So the Wyndham, we have the reopening of the Wyndham with 422 rooms, which is a great addition to our hotel room stock. It is on the site of the old Sam Lawrence Castle, and it's a beachfront property, all inclusive. And the great thing with the Wyndham property is there's also an increase in our conference facility, and the capacity at that property allows us to now extend our efforts in the meetings and incentive market. So we're definitely going to be seeing an increase in that area, especially with the growth of the hotel conference space at the Wyndham property.
And you have an Indigo coming?
Yeah, so in addition to the Wyndham, we have some new builds happening. So we have the Hotel Indigo with 132 rooms. That's set to open by the first quarter of 2025. We are hoping it can be a little earlier, but to be realistic, we're looking probably at the first quarter of 2025, and that's on the south coast of the island, on the property where the old Caribbean Hotel used to be. We also have the Blue Monkey Hotel, which is a small boutique.
I like that name.
Yes. Normally you hear of the Green Monkey, but this one is the Blue Monkey, and that's 18 rooms set for the west coast of the island. And then we also have the Pendry Hotels and Resorts. They will be developing on the island within the next 2 years, and those new openings will mark the first international outpost for the brand. And then I also would have mentioned that the Marriott, which would have taken over the Elegant properties a few years ago, they have also now started in terms of their refurbishment of the properties. So we do have the Treasure Beach Hotel is scheduled to reopen shortly, a fully refurbished property, as well as they're moving into the second phase of the development with the house. And they've recently closed the Colony Club for a massive refurbishment there as well. And then they will then be phasing in the other development as we go on, once those ones are completed. So we are looking forward to that development as those come on stream as well.
But that's not all. I mean, you've got, and we don't have time to go into it, but 20 hotels are renovated.
Yeah, so a lot of our properties are looking at the product and constantly upgrading and trying to improve the offering. So we have about 20 hotels that we have reported that are now doing refreshers and renovations to the property in one way or the other.
It's 400 eateries. There were some notable ones that you wanted to mention, though.
Yeah, so we have about 400 eateries, and this ranges from street food to fine dining, farm to table experiences across the length and breadth of the island. And a few of them, and particularly we have seen a growth in our beach bars, the more relaxed fare that people are enjoying. We have the Cherry Beach Bar in Speightstown, Sand Street Bistro. We have Caboose, and Caboose is the one that everyone's interested in, and it's really a abandoned fishing boat that the owner has kind of outfitted with the kitchen, and he's serving very local a basic menu of fish sandwiches, what we call fish cutters, and a good rum punch, and just a relaxed atmosphere.
You said he just opened and it just took off.
It certainly did.
It's the place to be now.
It certainly is, and that just goes to show you that people are looking for these types of authentic experiences when they travel.
Do you want to talk about attractions? You've got the West Indies Rum Distillery.
Yes, so looking at the new attractions area, we do have the West Indies Rum Distillery. So they have now started a tour, and they also have introduced the States Visitor Center, which is part of that entire complex, which is a beach facility as well. So that has recently opened just outside of Bridgetown, so it's also good for our cruise passengers because it's not too far from the cruise terminal. And of course, we also talk about our golfing product and the Apes Hill product, which everyone is talking about, and the lovely golf course and villa development that's happening there. We actually just hosted the European Legends Golf Tournament at that site. Yeah.
But I really want to talk about Atlantis Submarine Night Dive, so you can actually have dinner underwater.
Yeah, so they are offering that option of underwater dining experience. Yeah, so I mean, that may not be for everyone, but it certainly is a unique opportunity, especially as a romantic opportunity as well. So
one restaurant, you don't have to ask for water. You're under it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the menu is, but definitely it's a very unique experience.
Definitely tell your clients about that. Now, events, you have cricket.
Yeah, so definitely we want to highlight some of the events coming up, and we are just days away from the start of the ICC Men's T20 Cricket Tournament. And the Caribbean, we are playing host to this in conjunction with the USA. But most importantly for Barbados, we are hosting 9 of the games on the island. And the first one is actually on June 2nd at the historic Kensington Oval. But then Barbados, we host the finals of this international mega tournament on June 29th. So Barbados will be the place to be during the month of June. And even if you don't get into the stadium to watch a game, there are tons of activities around the island, all to celebrate the activity and cricket. We have fan zones, so people will have their watch parties and have a cultural experience and certainly just interact with the locals. So it will be a buzz of activity in Barbados in June.
What other activities do you have?
Okay, so this year we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of Crop Over, and that's our carnival in some areas. So that runs from July 6th to August 5th. And then we have the Food and Rum Festival, which is October 24th to 27th. And then for our sporting enthusiasts, we have our Run Barbados weekend, which is December 6th to the 8th. And then, of course, as we try to always embrace the diaspora, we have the important We Gathering in 2025, which is a year-long calendar of events and activities focused or targeting the Barbadian diaspora living overseas, the Caribbean diaspora, friends of Barbados, encouraging them to come home for something in 1 month or the other during the year, because it will be a year-long set of activities. So.
And you're not even getting the whole press conference. But if they want to get more information, where do they go?
So visit barbados.org, that's our website, and we will certainly be updating all the information there. And we will certainly be reaching out to our partners in the travel trade and keeping them updated through our offices. And as we develop our portal for travel agents, we will definitely be putting it there as well.
Yes, stay tuned for the portal news, because that'll be very helpful. Yeah. Thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming by.
It was nice to see you again. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.